Does your Lebaron or your Daytona have a weird, slimy, gooey substance on the radio, on the heater controls, on the floor, not the water, on the floor, on the carpet, and you're wondering, what is this nasty stuff? I'm about to show you. That stuff is from your headlight control module. Your headlight control module sits right there in this nice little space under the dash. This piece of plastic trim is going to pop up. You're going to take and pry gently with a Phillips or a flat blade screwdriver right up in here. You'll see the difference between the plastic and the vinyl part of the dash. And you're going to slide your fingers all the way down until this pops up. This one happens to be broken naturally. Sometimes they are. This one here is not in the greatest of shape. So, along with a little mouse nest, as we have right here, we're going to ignore that little wonderful feature. Right there, if you see that oblong looking thing right here, this is your headlight control module. There's a goo. I don't know what the name of it is. I'm sure somebody else does. But there is a goo inside of that. And then from the heat of, sitting where it's sitting, over time, that goo boils out and runs down, all the way down, and eventually ends up on the floor. And it ends up on the plugs for the radio. It ends up on the plugs for the heater controls. It ends up everywhere. And it is sticky. And once you get it on you, it is hard to get it off of you. So, with that said, to remove such thing, you got a screw here and then one on the other side. You're going to want to use a short screwdriver, probably a curved screwdriver, because you don't have enough room to get a long one in there because you don't want to screw up your windshield. You pull that out, and there's wires that are going to be stuck, plugged into the bottom. Most likely they're going to be stuck to the module because they're the first line of the goo falling from the module. Now, I'm not going to lie, I've never repaired one. Some guys know how. I am not one of those guys. From what I've read on different forums and things, you can take that module apart, you break the case apart, and you can resolder the circuit board that's inside. Over time, from vibration, heat, cold cycles, the circuit board, the solder joints break. So, not only if you have an issue with the goo, that's what the goo is, but if your headlights are not opening and closing, that's most likely your problem. This applies for 87 to 89 Daytonas and LeBaron coupes and convertibles with the hideaway headlights. So, that hopefully will explain to you what the goo is, and maybe if you have an issue with your headlights opening and closing, will help guide you in repairing or finding a way to repair your headlight module. If I would assume, and I will try to do that and see if I can find some links that you can Google search it, and maybe there's another YouTube video out there. Hopefully there is. So with that said, be careful taking this top panel off because it's plastic and it's been in the sun just as long as the module has. So keep that in mind. All right. Thank you for watching. I know this is a little short video, but hopefully it helps explain some things, and you can get your headlights working again, because there's nothing cooler than an 80s car with pop-up headlights. Like, follow, subscribe, comment, let me know what you think. Follow us on here and follow us on eBay, where we sell all these parts from all these cars that we buy and part out. We search several states away and looking for cars that are deemed parts cars and not savable or too costly to save. And we try to save as many parts from those cars as we can. I appreciate you watching, and I hope you have a great day.